What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? You were tuned in to the ArrowHead Chief Podcast. We got a special guest on today. We're going to talk about 49ers versus the Chiefs. Let's talk Chiefs.
Yeah, ArrowHead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to win him early, hear the truth. Tuning every Sunday for the juice. ArrowHead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Chris style, out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? It's your boy Chris Style. You are tuned in to the ArrowHead Chief Podcast. My boy Clarence will be on in a minute, but we got a special guest today. But before we get into our special guest, we're going to give a shout out to Every Morning Quarterback, the sponsor for ArrowHead Chief Podcast. If you look down at the bottom, you'll see the link emqpodcast.com/locker-room. If you click on that, you will find different various podcasts. There's a Patriots one, a 49ers one, a Patriots one, a Jaguars, and there's also my podcast, ArrowHead Chief Podcast. You could go in there, click in there, check us out. Also, they have their own podcast every morning. Podcast. Check them out. They got their own show on Sundays, pre-shows. They talk about everything league-wide, and they also have a betting show. So if you want to get your betting tips, check them out. Every Morning Podcast. Go ahead, give them a follow, subscribe, and like. All right, so we got a special guest on today, BullyBall Podcast, a 49er podcast. How you doing, man?
Hey, we're not doing too good over here. The season is not going the way we expected, but we're here and we're headed home to play the Chiefs. So rematch of the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Can't complain too much, right?
Right. Now, before we get into the game, man, tell us a little bit how you guys started podding and everything.
Yeah, so before this season, it was around like January. We were like, we love the 49ers. We've been fans since, we were little, 5-6 years old. We've been to Candlestick. We've been all around, bunch of stadiums, followed the 49ers forever. And we decided, let's start a podcast. So we started ours in February. We've been growing pretty good throughout the year. We have a couple interviews with former players, current players. Okay. It's been good so far.
Okay, that's cool. That sounds good, man. So you guys are on YouTube and all that good stuff?
Yeah, right now we're only on YouTube. We're gonna start putting out the audio podcast, but right now exclusively on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I'll put all the links and stuff on there. In the comment or in the description box. So, all right, man. Let's talk about your division real quick. Now, the NFC West was known league-wide as one of the tougher divisions in the league, since forever. Your battles with Seattle, your battles with the Rams, and, Arizona was, looking like they was on the uptick. But now this season is a little different. Seattle, surprisingly, is, decent with Geno Smith. Arizona, they look like on the downwards, but we'll see how they look with, Hopkins coming back. And then the Rams look like they've taken a step back. Their offensive line isn't as good. It might be a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover. So what are your thoughts on the NFC West this year?
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, Heading into the season, we thought the NFC West again was going to be top of the division and not the NFC East. And, it's kind of flipped a little bit. And, the NFC West, it's been tough. The 49ers right now, we're dealing with tons of injuries. The Rams, they're on like third, fourth string O linemen on that offensive line. They let great players leave the team. Von Miller, Odell, obviously with the injury, he isn't on the team.
Right.
And the Cardinals, that's a mystery to me. I don't know why they're not good. They should probably be leading the division right now with the 49ers and Rams struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's a mystery. And like you said, Seattle playing well with Geno. They have a bunch of young dudes on offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
2 rookie tackles on O-line playing great. They got a rookie corner, like 5th-round pick, Tariq Woolen. He's probably in the running for defensive rookie of the year. So, it's a weird year. It's still anybody's division. 49ers currently 2-0 in the division. Everyone else has at least 1 loss in the division. So, it's going to be a long season, and it might be like that one year where the Seahawks won the division with 7 wins. It's been that type of year so far.
Yeah. Coming into the, I could speak from the AFC West side. Everybody thought, the AFC West is going to be that tough division, with all the moves with, the Raiders going to get Devontae Adams, Russell Wilson and the Broncos, Chargers making all, Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson. And then here we are, the season come, and it's the same old Chargers. They can't stay healthy. Raiders are raidering, and the Broncos, it looks like Russell Wilson is he's cooked. He don't look the same.
Yeah.
And then that coach is terrible. So, it's funny how stuff looks on paper, and then you go into the season, it's like, no, still got to play the games. It's not played on paper. So this is crazy how things shake out, and it's still early. Anything can happen, but so far so good as far as on our side. We still look like we're still the class of the division. So
definitely by far.
Yeah. So this offseason, it was a lot of talk about Trey Lance and him being the starter, and then Jimmy G. We everybody on the outside, including you guys too. You probably guys thought Jimmy G's gone. They're gonna trade him, try to get some picks for him. But it just seemed like it was just dragging their feet trying to get rid of him. And then you find out he had a shoulder surgery. So that derailed him from getting traded. But he still was on the team. We was wondering if he's going to get released. He never got released. They signed him to a contract extension just for like 1 year, just so they can keep him as a backup. Then Trey Lance, he has this, the first game, I don't blame on him because it was in a rainstorm in Chicago. Yeah. That field was terrible. Anybody could have won that game. And then the second game against Seattle, unfortunately, he's, hurts his ankle, breaks his ankle. He's out for the season. Jimmy G's inserted. What were your guys' thoughts when all that happened?
Man, it's been a roller coaster, for everybody in the organization. The press conference when Jimmy G was leaving, you knew he was gone. Like he said, I'm gone. Everybody knew he was gone. And then, the shoulder thing came about, perfect timing, right when he was about to be traded. And, we're like, all right, we got to stick through with him. He's going to heal up, rehab, and then he's gone. And, it just kept rolling downhill. They kept pushing it back. And all the fans were livid because the 49er fan base is like, they're very strong-headed, they either lean one way or they lean the other way. So it's been a divided fan base since last year on like, hey, Trey Lance is the guy, you need to play him right now. And then you have the other ones, hey, Jimmy G has taken you to the Super Bowl, NFC Championship. Why'd you even bring in Trey Lance? So it's been a roller coaster. Jimmy G, when he got restructured, all of us kind of were like, wow, like he really is still on this team. And, I kind of, and it's been kind of weird, everybody in the 49ers media kind of saw the way the 49ers were using Trey Lance and how much they were running him and where they were running him specifically is kind of like I know I have Jimmy in my back pocket, so let me be a little reckless with this guy, when they really didn't need to be. And so it's been tough, man. The fan base has been wild on this side. But we are happy to have him at the moment. I will say that.
Hey, it's better to have, some type of, solid backup, that can come in, Jimmy G, and it's not a question of, some backup coming in. Can this guy win? It's almost like with the Dallas situation with Cooper Rush, you knew at some time Cooper Rush was going to get exposed and Dak was going to be back. But, it's always good to have a solid backup. And Jimmy G is definitely a solid backup to have because he started for you guys for the past, 4 or 5 seasons. So, and I also can relate with going into a season. We had Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes was sitting on the bench. We knew eventually, okay, next year Patrick Mahomes is going to be the man. But we'll go through this season. And when the season was over, as soon as the season was over, Brett Veach didn't waste no time. He traded him to the Commanders, and we got Patrick Mahomes. So what I was looking at it, the same situation for you guys is that he was going to be gone. Hey, what's up, Clarence?
What's going on? My apologies. What's happening? Cooling.
No, man, we're just sitting up here talking about the Jimmy G, Trey Lance situation, and we were just talking about that.
So how you feel about that Jimmy G, Trey Lance situation again?
Yeah, man. So it's been a roller coaster. It's the fan base has been divided for 2 seasons, and it's got worse. If they would have cut bait with Jimmy G, the fan base would have been united, by force, but they would have been united. The injury, I was telling Chris, the injury to Trey Lance, we kind of felt like the team was being a little reckless with them, because they're like, hey, we got Jimmy G, in the back pocket. So we can run Trey Lance up the middle 4, 5, 6 times a game. And, it came back to bite him.
Yeah, I could see that. Now, another controversy you guys had this offseason was the Deebo Samuel situation and his contract, and he wanted to get paid. And it looked like the 49ers was like, we're not paying you, because he felt like he was pretty much our offense last year, catching and running the football. He was the guy that was, the main cog in your offense, especially last year. And I can understand the past 2 seasons, he was getting hurt. He was always injured. So I can understand from the 49ers standpoint, it's like, we want you to put together another full season like you did last year. So let's hold off on paying you. But they, eventually end up paying him. He ended up getting the 3 years, 3 million, 58 million guaranteed. What was your thoughts on the Deebo Samuel situation?
Yeah, so interesting thing with that whole situation is, the 49ers draft Deebo Samuel in the 2nd round. The following year, they draft Brandon Ayuk in the 1st round. And the 49ers' whole plan was for Brandon Ayuk to be the guy on the 49ers offense. And obviously, we saw what Deebo Samuel ends up going on and doing last year. But like you said, he struggled with injuries every season leading up to that season. So, there was a little bit of pushback, but in the end, the 49ers and Deebo Samuel had said everything we heard in the offseason wasn't really true. They knew they were going to come to a deal. It's just, they had to get the terms right, and they wanted to push it back a little bit closer to the season. But hey, I got to say I was happy that they got the deal done, because I definitely was sweating for a little bit.
Trust us, me and Clarence understand having a star wide receiver, and we thinking he's going to get paid, and then he's in Miami right now. He's in Miami right now. We woke up one day talking about, we're not close anymore, and they want to trade to the Jets. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? We getting rid of Tyreek Hill? But luckily we've been, it's been working out. You know what I'm saying? Our offense is still moving up and down the field. Still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah. So another player you guys signed that we end up letting go, Chevarius Ward, who, I always commend Brett Veach for what he did with Chevarius Ward. Because Chevarius Ward was an undrafted free. He was undrafted out of college. He was on Dallas's practice squad. We end up signing him actually Patrick Mahomes' first year he started, and we end up playing him later in the season. And he ended up, Chevarius Ward is like kind of, in Chiefs Kingdom, he's either loved or he's like, we're glad we got rid of him, because Chevarius Ward can have a great game, and then he can have a game where he's giving up big touchdowns, and it's just all bad. So what are your thoughts on Chevarius Ward so far?
Man, so far we have loved Chevarius Ward, in San Francisco. The 49ers last year, the big weakness on that team was the corners. They lost a bunch of games because their corners could not man up, play one-on-one versus the team's number one wide receiver. And Chevarius Ward has been doing that all season for us so far. He's been locking down teams' number one wide receivers. He locked down Robbie Anderson, was going deep on him a lot versus the Panthers a couple weeks ago.
Gerald Mosley got hurt. Yep. Mosley gets hurt. That changes it.
Yep. And then DK Metcalf, nothing against Chevarius Ward. He's been playing great, but this last week against Atlanta, I believe it was in the first quarter, maybe like third drive in, he hurts his groin, doesn't return to the game. So he's day-to-day right now. And if we don't have him, if we don't have him, like you said, we lost Emmanuel Mosley, who's been underrated corner as well. It's looking bad right now.
That whole tandem was an issue. Like, you had Ward, you had Mosley, you had Gibson, you had Ufanga. Like, that secondary, that unit was just lights out. I mean, it was unreal the way they was playing back there on that back end for them.
Yeah, and 49ers have been fielding the number one ranked defense this season heading into last week. Now, heading into this Chiefs game, they just have Gibson right now. Talanoa Hufanga's in the concussion protocol as well.
Yeah, that'll definitely be something interesting to look at, especially with our new crop of receivers. We've had, Travis Kelce is the constant. We always know Travis is going to be the constant. You know what I'm saying? But after that, we never know who's going to be the second guy. Sometimes it's Juju. One game is MVS. One game is B. Cole. And it's just kind of been like that. And I don't mind it. I don't mind him spreading the ball around because, after a while, it gives defenses we don't know who to cover at this point right now. We don't know. We can't just key on Juju because MVS is over here. We can't just key on MVS because Mecole is over here. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, when it's time for big boy ball, you need those guys to make plays. You need a Deebo Samuels to make that play. Definitely. We had that. We needed that Tyreek Hill to make that play. Those are the players who make the championship plays. When we played y'all in the Super Bowl, the third and long, we don't have Tyreek Hill. That play never gets made, and we lose the Super Bowl. So that's just the reality of this game.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, man. Let's get into this game, man. Key components of the game on offense. What do you guys need to do if you guys want to win this game on offense?
We have to convert on third down. The 49ers this year have been very, very bad on third down. I have it pulled up here. Give me 1 second. On third down, the 49ers are only completing 40% of their third downs, and that has them ranked 15th in the league. And it's been bad. The 49ers, we've recently come to find out that the 49ers, when trailing by 4 points in the fourth quarter with Kyle Shanahan as the head coach, are 0-27. So, converting third downs and finishing games, scoring at the end of games, it's not happening for this team. And I don't know what the issue is, but those are my two keys. You got to score at the end of the game, and you got to convert third downs.
Go ahead, Clarence.
This game is going to be probably one of the most physical games that the Chiefs play all season. That front. Even if Bosa doesn't play, if Ebukam plays, if Armstead plays, if I know Kinlaw is out, so you got Hassan Ridgeway, you know what I'm saying, Givens, like up front, like they can get pressure like nobody else. And at the linebacking core, you talking about Fred Warner, you talking about Dre Greenlaw, number 51, I can't remember his name, but this is going to be the most physical game that the Chiefs play all season. on both sides of the football, offensively and defensively. Like, the 49ers want to control the line of scrimmage and set the tone up front. Period. End of story. They're going to do it offensively by running the football, Jeff Wilson and Tevin Coleman, and then trying to play action with Jimmy. So the keys for the Chiefs is going to be to establish a run game. Establish a run game. If you don't play like you played against Tampa, you can kiss it goodbye, dog. They're not going to win if they don't play like they played against Tampa. They got to run the football to play action pass against this team because they linebackers are too damn fast. Too fast. And for what everybody says about Jimmy, Jimmy will beat them. Jimmy will beat the Chiefs if we don't run the football this week.
No, I agree. I'll piggyback right off of you, Clarence. If we don't get a run game established, if that offensive line is getting pumped and we getting thrown around and bullied around, it's gonna be a long we're gonna need Magic Mahomes to come out and throw a field day on you guys. Like the offensive line and pass protection is gonna have to be great for us to even win if we don't establish a run game. But we gotta have a balanced attack. I'm not expecting Clyde or anybody to have 100-yard game, but whoever the hothead is, we need to at least get
You gotta feed them.
at least 4 some yards of carry and establish the run at the line of scrimmage. So like Clarence said, we can get some type of play action pass. And Travis Kelce will be key in this game. He's going to have to win his matchups. I know Fred Warner is probably going to be on him. So that matchup is going to be the big matchup. So definitely he's going to have to be the one to step up. Yeah, I agree, Ty. Establishing the run is going to be key.
Yeah. It's huge this week. I mean, you talk about what the AFC West did by, the Raiders going out and grabbing Chandler Jones, and you got the Chargers going out and grabbing Khalil Mack, or Buffalo going out and getting Vaughn. It don't compare to that rush that San Francisco brings. It does not compare.
I agree.
When they own, it is nothing pretty when they own. And they just got guys that can move. Drake Jackson, is that his name?
The rookie.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they just got dudes that can rush, man. This is going to be a very difficult win.
Yeah, I know.
This one's going to be rough.
Oh yeah,
this one's going to be rough.
This ain't no cupcake.
No, absolutely not.
Trust me.
Absolutely not.
We looked at the schedule. I looked at the schedule. I was like, we got the Niners. Come on, man.
In Santa Clara. Yeah. In Santa Clara.
And we coming off Buffalo.
That ain't easy.
And we coming off a tough one against Buffalo. Like, come on.
This ain't gonna be easy. This ain't gonna be easy, bro.
And then I was hoping the Niners would just smash the Falcons so they could feel good about it. Now they mad. Now they mad. They gonna take it out on us.
Debo ran Buddy over last week, so
yeah,
get ready.
I'm so happy, Willie. I'm glad Willie Gay and McDuffie is back.
Yeah.
I'm happy. All right, so let's switch on the other side, the defensive side. On defense, if the 49ers want to win, what do you guys have to do?
So on defense, the 49ers just have to get healthy. Like I said, the 49ers heading into last week were the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL. Obviously, we saw what happened last week. Going into that game, the 49ers only had 5 starters on defense in that game. And by the end of the second drive, they were down to 2. So they had 2 starters playing that whole entire game on defense. So, we're supposed to be getting Bosa back this week. Samson Ebukam got a little banged up last week. He should be back. Eric Armstead is not going to be playing this week. So, no Eric Armstead, no Javon Kinlaw. The Falcons did expose the 49ers running the ball up the middle. So if you're going to, like you said, if you're going to attack the 49ers defense this week, it's going to be running the ball up the middle. And then, like we said, Chevarius Ward, we need him out there, and we need Talanoa Hufanga to clear concussion protocol.
Yeah. That one's huge. Yeah.
Go ahead, Clarence.
I mean, defensively for the Chiefs, it's just going to be stopping the run, staying disciplined against Kittle, because they'll show block and then they'll leak them out. So stay disciplined against Kittle. Debo going to be Debo. He going to get a short route and he going to break it off and he going to try to be physical So whoever's over there is just going to have to strap them up and just say, it is what it is today. We just got to thump him. And containing 15 for them in the passing game can kill our secondary. Jennings
Jawan
can kill
Jennings.
us. He can kill us. So, I mean, it's man, this is not going to be easy, bro. This is not. Trent Williams come back too. This is not going to be easy, man. They are
Trent
physical,
Williams
dog.
should be back.
They are physical, bro.
The focus on defense is they got to get pressure up the middle. The Chris Jones, Chris Jones got to get home. We get pressure, we got to get home. We got to make Jimmy G uncomfortable. If we can get Jimmy G rattled a little bit, maybe we can get a turnover here and there because we ain't been getting turnovers. But maybe if he gets a little rattled, he'll throw us one, and it'll give our offense an extra possession. But if we don't get home, and especially in the run game, if we don't tackle, wrap up, and their offensive line is bullying us down the field, and they getting 4, 5, 6 yards a clip, it's going to be a long game. It's going to be a long game.
The 49ers center is the weak point of that offensive line. The center and the right guard. Center, he's a 10-year vet. This is his first year starting in the NFL. He's the weak point. And then they got a rookie right guard. So if you're going to attack that O-line, it's going to be those two guys you're going to try to go after.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Health is a key for us bullies. Hopefully, I hope it shows up. We can have it again. It's a good point. Gonna be sad seeing Trent on the other side.
Trent said no.
I was scared.
Yeah, he was like, man, he told Kyle Shanahan, please, man, don't let me go to the Chiefs. What's wrong with Kansas City? Trent, no, I was just playing. No. All right, man, let's talk about key matchups. What is a key matchup for you in this game?
Ooh, in this game, I got to say it's the 49ers pass rush getting after Patrick Mahomes, because like I said, we're weak at DB this week. So the receivers are going to be open. They're going to be open. We need the pass rush to get there as fast as they can. And we've seen them do it, but that's my key matchup in this game.
Go ahead, Claire.
I'd have to go with the Chiefs offensive line. The biggest thing, like you said, like y'all hurt in the secondary, but it's something about Santa Clara. It's something about that defense at home that they tighten. And regardless of who they missing, they can bring in 20 or Womack. And these cats will just show up out of nowhere and lock everything down simply because the front is keeping them in the ball game. And not just the defensive line, them linebackers can cover. They fast and they can cover. You know what I mean? They correct a lot of things that are deficient on that back end for the Niners right now. So it's got to be offensive line, hands down. Hands down. Keep Patrick clean. Keep him clean. Keep him upright.
Yeah, I'm going to go with these linebackers versus running game. If these linebackers ain't teeing off on the running backs and getting through that, that line, like I said, it's going to be a long game. Because we know San Francisco, their running game is their strength. That's what they do. That's what Kyle Shanahan, he comes from that from his daddy. And that run zone block, that stuff. Yeah, trust me, we used to that in Kansas City because we dealt with it with the Broncos. So that running game is what that linebackers got to wrap up. We can't just be shoulder tackling and doing wrap up. So that's gonna be my key matchup. So let's go ahead and give a score prediction, man. Let's get that score. Hold on.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you. So, we don't know who's gonna be playing in this game yet and who's not.
Right.
But 49ers got whooped last week. I don't expect them to come into this game and lay down. And then I believe there's some crazy stat out there when the Chiefs lose. Like, I don't think they lose twice in a row or something, right? Like, isn't there some crazy stat like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I think, playing at home, 49ers going to right the ship a little bit. They're going to score 17 points. Chiefs are going to score 30. We're still going to lose. I'm being realistic. I'm going to say 17-30 Chiefs.
Go ahead, Clarence.
Yikes.
I agree, John. I agree.
This is tough. I say
this year, Clarence.
19. Hey, man.
I'm just messing with you, Clarence.
26-19. Yep.
Okay. I think it's gonna be a little bit tighter. I like I said, I think that anybody who plays up get up for us. Like I'm not gonna sit up there and act like we gonna run through y'all. You know what I'm saying? We win 30-17. Hey, I'm throwing a parade over here and I'm happy. But I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be nip and tuck, and I'm gonna go with a score of 28-24. That's what I'm
like
doing.
it.
28-24 Chiefs. I just think it's going to be nip and tuck into that fourth quarter, and then finally we get some type of offensive play that, wins us the game. And, we pretty much do enough in the fourth quarter to keep the ball away from you guys. The defense gets back up because we get some of our key pieces back with Willie Gay and Trent McDuffie. We don't have to put Joshua Williams out there on the island. So I think our defense will play a little bit, even though they played actually really good last week, I think we played a little bit up to another level. So I think we do just enough to win the game 28-24. So all right, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on today, man.
Yes, sir.
We always welcome guests on here and talk ball anytime. So you're always welcome to come back, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on here. I love collabing, having you guys on ours, having me come on your guys' channel. It's always fun.
Yeah, and also check us out tomorrow. I'll be on their show tomorrow to talk ball too. So you know what I'm saying? If Clarence, if you can come on too, you know what I'm saying, that'd be cool. Come show up, bro. All right. So yeah, we gonna talk ball again on their channel. So tell everybody where they can follow you, look you up and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so we're at SF BullyBall, the thing I have right in the bottom corner right here on Twitter. And then we're BullyBall, a 49ers podcast on YouTube.
Okay.
And like I said, we do we go live an hour before every game. We interview players, 49er players. We've done Randy Cross, 3-time Super Bowl champ. Terrell Brown, he played in the Super Bowl against the Ravens in 2012. And then we interviewed current 49er. He's on the practice squad, Jason Poe. So we love bringing on players, and we just love talking football. So
that's what's up, dog.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. But yeah, definitely, man. You guys are always welcome to come on the show. Like I said, I look forward to coming on y'all show tomorrow, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you.
Easy, dog.
What up, Clarence, man?
Man, this one gonna be rough, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sitting
this one's gonna be rough, dog.
Like I said, I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh man, you gonna destroy this." Nah,
right? Because
I got too much respect.
If Jimmy Ward come back, like that's an issue. If Hufanga clears concussion protocol and is on the field this week, like these are all problems.
Yeah,
these are all problems because especially if Hufanga's back, because then they can double him with they can double Travis with Warner and him and play that off and on. So I mean, it's
the running game and the other receivers are going to be essential in this game. Juju's gonna have to have another game like he had last week.
Yep, straight up.
MVS is going to have to show up. He's going to have to catch the ball when his number is
Yep. He's gonna have to have a game like he had in Tampa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nico is gonna have to keep on doing what he do, but maybe on a little bit of a larger scale. So we need our offense moving this week, catching the football. And Pat got to pick and choose his spot. Like, I'm not gonna kill Pat too much for the the interceptions that he threw. I get it, but we need a clean game from Pat.
yeah, for real.
No picks.
Straight out. Yeah.
No picks.
But they can fix that.
Yeah.
They just got to run the football and let him play extra pass off of it. They can fix those turnovers. They just got to run the damn ball, bro. They got to run the damn ball this week. This week, you have to run it. Last week you could get away with that shit, but this week, nah, bro. They ain't having that in San Francisco this week.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, definitely, man. We definitely, like I said, we got to be efficient. Red zone efficiency is going to be key in this game. Red zone efficiency.
Red zone Pacheco.
Yeah, Clarence is in the Midwest. I'm in Vegas, so it's funny. But yeah, definitely. So before we get off, man. It looked like Veach is cooking up something, man.
I don't know. We're going to find out, man.
Travis Kelce converted some money over to signing bonus money. Hopefully he's going to get a pass rusher.
That's what I want. Yeah. A Brian Burns or a Sue, somebody like that, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Man. We need pressure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We need to get home, man.
Yep.
Hopefully they call in the Commanders and go get somebody on their defensive line. Go get Montez Sweat, man. I'll take Montez Sweat.
Whoever it is.
Hell, I'll take Deron Payne in the middle with him and Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Me up.
They got to do something quick. Yeah.
Josh Allen from the Jaguars.
From the Jaguars, yep.
You got Cullen. That's his old D-line coach.
Yep. They got to make a move quick. Today's what? Tuesday? Yeah. They got to get this done.
You got jokes. You got jokes. No, we're not going to get Von Miller. We don't want Von Miller. Yes, we do. We don't want Von.
No, we don't want Von. We want somebody like Von, but we don't want Von.
Keep his butt in Buffalo.
Yeah. Y'all can keep him. We good.
I want to see his face in the AFC Championship. No, but definitely. Hopefully, we're making some big moves. Man.
Yeah. We're gonna find out.
We definitely gonna.
We're gonna see.
So, all right, Clarence, man, you got anything else you want to discuss, brother?
No.
I know your Lakers playing right now.
Man, listen, we ain't talking about that, bro.
Your Lakers playing? What's the score? They playing?
No, they ain't playing yet. They don't play until 9:30.
Oh, man, you gonna be all right, man.
It's the Celtics. Nah, we nah, I'm good. LeBron got on an all-white suit tonight in his ring night in Golden State.
Ready.
They finna get smacked. Look, and then Draymond came out in a money green suit. Like, it's over. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. I ain't got time for you, Ty. We ain't doing this tonight, Ty. We're not doing this tonight, buddy. I'm not doing this tonight.
Russ Cook and Pat Bear. Pat Bear.
See, that's gonna be the problem. They're gonna fight tonight. Watch. It's gonna go down tonight. Russ, man, because his hamstring hurt. They shoving on the bench. Scoot your ass over. No, you scoot over. It's bad. It's bad.
Oh man, that's funny.
It's bad.
Well, all right, man. Let's go ahead and land this thing, man. All right. If you are a first-time listener of the Arrowhead Chief podcast, but you want to listen to us on audio because you like to work out or you like to drive when you listen to your podcast, you can go to any streaming app platform, which would be Apple, Google, Stitcher, Breaker, Anchor, Spotify. If you go on any of those streaming platforms, Arrowhead Chief Podcast is on those streaming platforms. And if you want to follow us on social media, you see that little thing up there at AH Chief Podcast. If you look up that on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you will find Arrowhead Chief Podcast on there. Follow us. We'll follow you back because why, Clarence?
Because we ain't Hollywood. You did.
We are not Hollywood over here. We Chiefs fans just like you. You know what I'm saying? And we love to follow other Chiefs fans that are out there to, network and talk and get into all kinds of stuff. So do that for us, man.
What Ty just said.
Brian gonna go
out tonight. He better, dog. He better. He better have a night. Ruin this ring night tonight.
Will Bron beat
Street Clothes Davis got to show up.
Will AD play tonight and not get hurt? Find out on the next Dragon Ball Z.
Straight out, for real. This is bad.
All right, yo. All right, Clarence. I'll see you post game on Sunday. Check out the post game. Also, check us out tomorrow on the BullyBall Podcast. We will be jumping on their podcast tomorrow. I think it's around 7:30 my time, so 9:30 your time, Clarence.
9:30. All right.
So we'll be jumping on their podcast. I'll send out the link so you guys can check them out, and we talk ball on their podcast. So, all right, Clarence, man, you have a good week, brother.
You do the same, my dude.
All right, yo.
We're gone.